Let's have a look at what happened during the last 2 days of preseason testing 2021. McLaren flow-vised their bodywork just behind the cockpit opening, and we can see very nicely how it guides the flow to the lower center area. Even flow above the halo will be dragged down below the wishbone. This shows quite impressively what the downwash and undercut design is doing. Also, we can see how the flow on top of the floor gets dragged to the lower side, and we see how the elements at the rear corner try to avoid that. If we look at the back of the McLaren, we can notice that the cooling opening is much larger than the one at the Mercedes. Mercedes does run headrest coolers, these are the additional cooling openings next to the cockpit, but it looks like McLaren wanted to be on the safe side with cooling. Understandably, because they have a new engine and not much time for testing. But one of the highlights is certainly the McLaren diffuser. The rules for diffuser strake changed a bit for this year, and the inner ones have to be 50mm shorter. But if you manage to create a continuous intersection line for a horizontal plane, you can still have the longer strakes. The old standalone strakes would create at least 2 intersection lines, and that would be illegal this year. So McLaren created these 2 unslotted long strakes. The advantage of long strakes is that you can push the tire squirt further outboard and let the diffuser run more efficiently. But the disadvantage is that you now shield the center suction from the rest of the diffuser, as the strakes can also not be slotted. So you reduce the expansion in the center of the diffuser. Also, you create 2 strong vortices which support upwash at the back. Some teams said they looked into it, but McLaren is the only one to go for it. It won't be a game changer, but it's nice to see a different design here. Another interesting situation was when Red Bull lost its engine cover. In general, in racing, it's important to not crash or break down, so people cannot take pictures of things they would usually never see and potentially see what's under the skin. This is what happened here again, and it's great for us. Unfortunately, there's only one picture of this until now, but we can clearly see the package of Red Bull with its additional center cooling radiator to keep the side pod slim. How do you like the preseason testing? Let me know in the comments below.